कॉलेज ओपन हो रहे थे। किसी न किसी पॉइंट पे देख देंगे।
You'll be okay with live streaming?
Yeah.
Good? Generally, Kartavya. If I'm coming, like, you can move little bit this side also, okay?
Yeah, just sorry.
Okay. Then recording is going to red dot.
Thank you so much. So now you know Patty, right? Main person. Tall. The main.
Blue dress, yeah.
That is Jingling. That is me.
Today too. Australian communities. Looking just like this. Very dramatic. I'm very deliberate about my Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
So there you go. You know what to say. You're running a business, running a household. It's a challenge.
Thank you.
सही था.
Remember this very memorable day. My name is Stephen Tongden. It's a pleasure to be your MC for today. Many of you may know me, some of you may not. But since we're talking about education, many people know me as an MC or as an actor. I also have 2 degrees, law and legal practice, and also Bachelor of Commerce. But today you're going to be seeing and hearing from a lot of directors, a lot of CEOs. So please make sure you network and get to know everyone around you. Firstly, I'd like to welcome our distinguished guests, and also a mention to Endeavor Education and Migration Services and Aussie Group representatives as well. Are we ready to get started? Are we ready to get started today? Good. Let's get the energy going. Let's keep the energy up. We're celebrating this launch of the National Diversity Institute of Australia. And firstly, I'd now like to welcome our CEO, Patroba Kemboi, to welcome everyone. So please give a round of applause.
Good evening, distinguished guests, Honorable Wilson Gurgel, and also Honorable Jing Lee, and all the guests, directors, CEOs, students, and everybody here. Good evening. To start with, I'm so proud to have this day or to hold this event today. I want to welcome everybody and say let's come and celebrate today, because today really means a lot for our community as we are starting the school National Diversity Institute of Australia. Just a short story how this institute was started. So I had a dream and I wanted to have a college here in Australia, and I had to make a phone call and call one of my friend, Robbie, and say to Robbie, I want to start a school. And I don't have the name just on my head, what I can call the school. And Robbie invited me, we sit down in the office, and so we had to come up with National Diversity Institute of Australia. That means the Indian community and the African community come together to put the name diversity together. So National Diversity Institute of Australia was an idea of 2 people who come together and think of that. The next thing, what I was thinking when I was starting the school is because I know that a lot of students cannot make it to go to university direct because it has become more really expensive, and also with the bank statement for those international students, I think they can understand what I mean. So we decided to apply for Diploma in Community Services, Certificate 3 in Disability and Aged Care, and also Cert 4, just to help those students who really want to pursue their career, but then because of financial issues, they can't afford to go to university, and they are really passionate to work in the community. That is why we decided, okay, as a community, we can come together and really have a school that is diversity, that is really valuing everybody, and it can connect us as one. Another thing I would like to say is to international students. So who are we aiming at? So we are looking for international students from Africa, Asia, and South America. Those regions they are enriched with cultures, innovation, and also promises. So those students, they have potential. They are really good workers, and they want to come and help here in Australia. So that is what we were thinking. We better come together and form this group where everybody will feel at home and everybody will feel counted. And then another thing also, why we wanted to have a diversity school, we wanted the student not just to have the knowledge, not just the academic only, but also coming together as a culture, sharing all the connection and global all round together. So we wanted just to have that students who is here, and they can feel that they are also counted and they are empowered, and they can work in a career, that they can get a job. And that is disability. They have a shortage now, and that is why we wanted the student to come here and also be part of it. And yeah, So for national diversity, right now we are ranked as level 1 with immigration. I received a letter from immigration that we have high priority. So, and for the first 20 students who will apply, Agent will explain that more because that's not my area. But what I mean is not too many requirements. You just have to get your English 6 and also bank statement if it's required 3.5 compared to university, which is like 6 million in Kenyan money, but in Australian dollar around 30,000 and above. So not all the parents will afford, and that is why we wanted to get a school where it's more affordable. And we were privileged that we were given even to start with SAT 3, which it can run for 1 year, and then we have SAT 4 also running for 1 year and 2 years in disability in community services. So for students who is outside Australia and they are interested and they want to apply, they will have to go through the agents. We are partnering with agents like Wellpoint Agency. They are also in our website. We have Option, Mama O, I think it's around. Yes, and then we have 3 more agents who are around here, and those ones who are also interested, please come in, let's sign, let's support all the students to come and study here. Is there anybody I left out? I don't think so. Yeah, so welcome and feel at home. That's all I can say for now.
Thank you to our CEO, Patroba. We're going to continue with the speeches, or actually rather listen to our keynote speeches. There's quite a lot of people who are truly influential, and I'm going to be sharing, I guess, their stories with you all as well. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the first keynote speaker, Sheila Ablakwa Samuels. She's probably the best dressed person in the room today, if I may say so myself. But she's the CEO and founder of Better Care Direct, a registered nurse specialized in child, youth, and family health. And I believe she has 24 years experience in the industry. She's a clinical practice consultant and a strong background in clinical education, a member of the Australian Nursing and Midwifery Board, and member of the Royal College of Nursing with 24 years, like I said, experience in the field, a mother of 3, and a beloved wife to Benedict Samuels, who's here as well. And a fantastic actor, if I should say so myself. I've had the pleasure of co-starring with her. But please, everyone, please welcome Sheila.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephen, and thank you all for coming today. It is with great pride and sincere gratitude that you are all welcome here today to launch National Diversity Institute of Australia. First of all, I know he's introduced me, but my name is Sheila Ablakwa Samuels. I am the CEO and founder of Better Care Direct, and I'm here with my husband, Mr. Benedict Hector Samuels. He is the managing director of Better Care Direct, and we are also here with our chief of staff, Magdalene Colocado. Like I said, I'm a registered nurse, clinical care consultant, and I've got a strong background in clinical education. Now, this is the piece that brings Patty and I together in combination with National Diversity of Australia. Patty, please. Let's give it up for her. She's an amazing Please stand up today. Please. Before I proceed in anything, I've known Patty, I've had the pleasure to know Patty for over 6 years now, and our relationship, honestly, is extraordinary. Where's our husband? Where are our husbands? They can attest to our relationship. Patty, she is an extraordinary woman. She is kind. She has this resilience of, I don't even know how to say. Your strength is unquestionable. Your kindness, your free spirit approach, Patty. Everything you do, your passion, confidence, and resilience are truly impeccable. You are a phenomenal woman. Please give it up for Patty. You do not dim other people's lights so you can shine. You actually walk alongside people whose lights are shining. and you shine yours with them. And I can attest to that. You are a true, strong spirit, Patty. And I'm so proud of you with all your achievements, moving to Australia and starting this institute. Before it was Patty Health and Care, which it still is, and now we have Australian Institute, National Diversity Institute of Australia. Well done, Patty, well done. Please, you may have a seat. Now let's talk a little bit about education. I do have a strong background in clinical education, so nursing clinical education. There's a lot of clinical, even in social work and psychology and all that. This is nursing clinical, so we do all the yucky stuff, as you may know. Now, education, as the saying goes, when you educate a man, you educate an individual. But when you educate a woman, you educate a whole nation. Yes, this is the truth. Patty here embodies that spirit. She embodies that saying. Now, national diversity here is a place for all of us to learn. Like Patty said, it's for everyone. Asians, Africans, South Americans. This is the diversity we are talking about. Now, education can be so powerful, and it can be such a powerful tool to mobilize people and enabling individuals for disadvantaged families to actually earn a role in society. And we migrants that we have come here, we can attest to this. Education has brought some of us really, really, really far. And we have touched lives, and we continue to touch lives. Now, education can also lead to better health outcomes by promoting healthier lifestyles outcomes. Education is also strongly linked to higher employment rates and increased earning potential. Lastly, education powers individuals in providing them to have better knowledge, confidence, and ability to participate more fully in society. And I'm sure you can all tell. Lastly, the biggest surprise for you, Patty, is that I, Sheila Yumle Ablakwa, is here to help educate your students. Yes. I put my hand up, and I'm happy to be one of the educators. So if any of you come across Sheila to be your educator, you know that you got it. You're going to be a very good carer, or a good nurse, or a good community service person. All right, in conclusion, please, let's take the message with us. Education is powerful. Let's know that it brings people together. It helps us all to understand one another. Like I said, it helps people to live healthier lifestyles, disadvantaged people to come in the limelight. And this is why we are all here. Thank you very much, everyone, and thank you for coming today.
Thank you. Let's keep a round of applause going for Sheila. Thank you so much for all the work that you do. Our next speaker is Edna Ruto, the CEO of Our Shine, affectionately known as Mrs. Kirikere, a passionate leader, entrepreneur, and community advocate. She was born and raised in Kenya. Edna began her career as a teacher before relocating to Australia 19 years ago. There, she worked for a decade as a youth worker in the juvenile detention center, where she made a lasting impact on young lives. Driven by a deep sense of purpose, Edna later founded Our Shine Disability Services, where she now serves as the CEO alongside her husband, James Ruto Kirigere. Together, they provide compassionate support to people living with disabilities across Australia. A proud wife, mother, and mother-in-law, Edna is also a staunch advocate for the boy child, using her voice to highlight the challenges boys face in today's society. A respected cultural leader, she is deeply rooted in her Kalenjin heritage.
Congratulations, Patty. Let me stand here. Good evening, everyone. My name is Edna Ruto, aka Mrs. Kirigere, as you all heard. I am so humbled. I am so blessed. I am so honored for this day. Patty, give me a hug. And I'll give you a hug.
Congratulations, Patty. Let me stand here and do a thing that everybody back home could have done. If Patty's mom was here today, she could be very proud. And Patty, I'm standing on the shoes, or in the shoes, of all those people back home. Thank you so much for doing this for us. This is for all of us in the community. I am a product of a certificate for COE to come to Australia back in the days. And to see Patty do this, I'm actually shaking. It's like me getting a COE again, coming back to do a Cert 4 in Australia. The feeling that I had that day, I don't know, it was mixed feelings. I got the visa, I looked at it, and I started crying. Why did I apply for this visa? But it changed a life, and it changed lives. I asked Patty if I can talk about her a little bit, because I know about her a little bit, and she said, no problems. Patty comes from a very humble background. She comes from a village called Moiben, where I got raised there a little bit by my auntie. We are neighbors back home, not like straight neighbors, but just, I don't know what to say, but you know, we don't live far from each other. But I didn't know Patty until recently when she came here. Patty is a very humble person. Patty is an ambulance for some of us. I have called Patty twice, wanting some help. Instead of Patty saying or something like, oh, I don't have the capacity or something, before I knew it twice, she had connected me with someone. There was a three-way phone call. And I'm like, what? And then there, I got the help twice. Another time, I called Patty. I wanted help. Patty sent help my way. And that was a very crucial help that I really needed at the time. Patty, thank you so much. And I know she does that for other people. She didn't just do that for me, but I know she does that for other people. Patty cuts across everyone. Wherever we are in the community, Patty doesn't class herself. She's just simple. Like, she walks in and she's just there. And you would be thinking, if I could be using my two eyes with my glasses, like 4-eyed, you know, my normal eyes and my glasses, I would be classing Patty. I would be putting her somewhere. But Patty is very humble. She puts herself somewhere, like, you know, she cuts across everybody. So our children who are coming to study here, they are in very good hands. Patty does not discriminate. Patty loves everybody. And I'm saying this for free tonight. For those who don't know, Patty migrated from Kenya and she went to Philippines. Patty is an athlete. Let me call her a runner. She runs. And I think what Patty has done, she's literally took the running and she's running with life. That's what she's doing. Because she comes up with something. Before you know it, she's coming up with another one. Like Patty, she's just a runner and she's running with life. She went to Philippines. She did a bachelor in psychology. And I think psychology is something to do with mind, is it? I don't know. But Patty, literally the psychology that she's doing, I don't know, she's dissecting life in itself. She's studying psychology in life. I don't know how to put it. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know. So that's Patty. And then she came here and she did a bachelor in community services. Now she's come up with this National Diversity Institute, Australia. Patty, thank you so much. Patty is a go-getter. She's just a brand. Patty is a brand in herself. Whenever you hear Patty, she's just a brand. Brand. You're not just a name, Patty, you're a brand. Thank you so much, and we love you so much. We have passports at home, like travel document, right? Patty's first passport did not expire. Some of us have passports at home. You have a you get a passport from the Department of, is it immigration or whatever? I don't know. And then you keep that passport, it expires before you even
go on a trip. Patty's first passport did not expire. Page, page, page. Stamp, 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 stamp. She's just running, looking for things in different countries. She showed me the passport and I went, huh? Patty. Like, that's who Patty is. She doesn't sleep. And she's working for the community. She's not just working for herself or the family. She's working for all of us. Patty, thank you so much. I have to thank you.
Yes.
When Patty's mom came here, I had an opportunity to interact with her. And she told me that Patty has changed the life story of their family. And even the sister Sharon and the brother who are here, they will tell you, Patty is international. She has siblings in Ireland. She's just, you know, the psychology, the running in her, you know, the stamps in the passport. She's always on the go, looking for things. And I know she will take us places with this school.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Patty. The mom told me that if it was not for Patty to break something in her family, they don't know what could have happened in that family. And I asked Patty if I could say this, and she said yes. I have, yeah. Another thing that I wanted to say about Patty is that whenever she's doing something, sometimes she tells me things. But what she says is, pray for me. Like, she comes in a way and she goes, naona, that's what she says, naona, unajua, uniombe tu. That's what Patty says, uniombe tu. So thank you, Patty, for breaking that for your family, and thank you for doing what you're doing. Sorry if I'm taking long, but I had to say this. One more. Now, I come from Ziwa. Is anyone from Ziwa here? Duram is there? Okay, why did I mention my village? I'm mentioning my village because we don't play in that village party where I come from. You go all over Australia, we are there. Only because we love ourselves and we tell each other there's a good thing here. So, expect Ziwa in there, in the National Diversity Institute. We don't play, we will come. We're already in talks with John. I've tried with 2 students already, but it's backfired, but don't worry. I will start with Sam. Sorry. So, Ziwa will be here. Moiben will be here. I want you to help me. I want to take you to Ziwa. I want to speak to those people in my language. And we will bring them here because it's a diversity school. Yeah, Patty? We will go to Ziwa. Mama O knows that I don't play. Ziwa are here. Mama O, where are you? We've worked together. And you know what I'm talking about. Ambassador Gogo, thank you so much for what you're doing for us back in Eldoret. Yeah. We saw what you did last time, so this is here we are now. But I have one request to make. Because you also know that Ziwa are here, Eldoret, Nandi. Can you please help us to get the biometric center in Eldoret and also the medical examinations in Eldoret for international travels, especially for students, because it will make easy. It's in Nairobi. Yeah. If we could have that in Eldoret, we would be very happy. Thank you so much. I think I will end there. If I talk, I'll talk until tomorrow.
Wilson, Honorable Jim Lee, member of the Legislative Council. CASA President, Mr. John Kamau, our host and visionary leader, Patroba Kemboi, all protocols observed, CEOs and other founders and directors who are here with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Yes, it is an honor and indeed a great privilege to share a word on this grand occasion, the official launch of the National Institute of Australia, NDIA. Please don't say NDIS. No. I know that's a common narrative. But today, Patroba, you have changed the narrative. A new baby is born. A college is born in our great city of Adelaide. A college that will open its doors to international students from across the world. And because charity begins at home, it all starts from Moibeng. And yes, my sister, we'll start from there, and you know where we'll go next. Establishing such an institution is no small task. It requires courage, resilience, and above all, a very strong belief in the power of education. Patty, I warmly congratulate you with your family, and of course your dedicated team for making this vision a reality. As someone who has worked in the international education arena for over 16 years, I warmly and deeply, deeply honored to welcome you, our newest college, into this vibrant sector. International education is a very dynamic center. It crosses across seas, borders, brings together governments, communities, families, and friends. Most importantly, it transforms lives. I have seen firsthand how education changes not only individuals, but entire families and communities. Allow me to share 3 guiding principles that I would like you to embark on as you venture in this industry. Keep the student at the heart of it all. Every program, every decision that you make, it should be measured by how well it helps the student succeed. I think my fellow colleagues who are here today, I can see well points there, I can see many others who are there sitting next to them. That is one of the most important. Remember, the student's journey goes beyond academic. It is our shared responsibility to ensure they are supported academically, socially, and emotionally so that they can truly flourish in what they have started. Number 2, can uphold excellence and integrity. This is a sector where integrity, truthful, is the key thing. No college succeeds in international education. Reputation is everything. Let this institution be known for its quality, transparency, and genuine care. Number 3, nurture strong partnerships. No college succeeds in isolation. Partnerships locally and globally provide the foundation for sustainability and growth. And it is in this spirit that I am delighted tonight to announce that Options Education Agency has already signed a partnership agreement with the National Diversity Institute of Australia. This is more than a piece of paper. It is a commitment to work together, to build strong pathways for our young students, and to ensure that the vision of this institution is realized in practical and meaningful ways. But I am so proud of you and your vision. I'm so proud of you and your vision, for your vision and hard work. Patty, I always say you are so daring, and indeed you are. To you and your family, congratulations once more again. May this college grow into a beacon of hope and transformation for students, for families, for communities, and indeed for many nations. Through our partnership, I assure you of my continued support and collaboration. God bless you. God bless NDIA. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mama O, and congratulations on the partnership agreement. I'm sure there'll be many more relationships forged in the coming future. Our next speaker is Brian Hugh from Medibank. Brian is a purpose-driven partner relationship manager at Medibank, representing both the Medibank and AHM brands within the corporate and overseas portfolio across Western Australia and South Australia. With a strong foundation in stakeholder engagement and program delivery, he brings extensive experience in building strategic partnerships, enhancing the student experience, and leading initiatives that deliver meaningful social impact. Brian works closely with universities and college partners to co-design international student support programs that promote inclusion, well-being, and community engagement. Known for his energy and collaborative spirit, he fosters strong connections between teams, students, and corporate partners. He's passionate about creating opportunities that align with organizational goals with positive outcomes for diverse communities. Please make him feel welcome.
So, everybody knows Patty. I don't. I only met her 2 months ago. So how fast her workload and her everything is really going really fast and bring everything up to this level. And show my respect to the traditional land owner, the past and current and emerging. And also show my respect to His Excellency Dr. Wilson Kago, if I pronounce wrong, sorry, the Honorable Jing Li MLC. So today, actually, I do have a presentation. It's not working, but I just talk like this. That's all good. I think probably Helen mentioned the students, especially for the international students studying in Australia, there's a lot of support they needed, and especially for their health emotionally. It's a very important one. And sometimes they suffer a lot of stress and due to finance and also probably the study. So that's why Patty and myself, we met at all the group function and 2 months ago. And we said, let's do something and let's work together to support all the international students who study at NDIA. I'll make sure I get that right. So from overall Medibank, we have 45 years of the experience looking after all the Australian people for the health and well-being. And we have we have 3 brands, Medibank, AHM, and Amplify Health. So our goal and our vision is to provide the best health support for Australians. We have about 4.1 million members and 300,000 of them are international students. We understand the students' need, especially for our AHM brand, the students, overseas students health cover. It provides a affordable and also very efficient health care when students need, especially for the international students. And also, we are award-winning for the Constar, award-winning for continue for about 4 years now. And that is recommended by the international students community and also, with all the agents as well. We mentioned we have a couple of agents here today and met a new one, John and Helen, yes. I think probably why people think why Medibank is here. The reason is when the international students study in Australia, they must have overseas students health cover. That's part of the immigration law. Otherwise, they will not get the visa. And that is the government put an initiative to help the students make sure they are well looked after when they're in Australia. And now, on top of that, we will support them from the medical treatment and also for the mental health and also for the students' reward. So overall, we look at it for the students' health part support. We have a 24/7 online doctors. That's powered by Amplify Health. We have about 18 different languages the doctor can speak. So you choose the name, you probably think, oh, this person probably can speak Hindi, that person probably can speak English, maybe Chinese or Japanese. So that's 24/7. There's no out pocket for all the international students. So for you and me, if we have Medicare, we probably have to pay a gap. But for the international students, we make sure there's no gap for the international students. That to make everything is available for the students and make sure everything is convenient for the international students. We also committed to spend about $50 million in next 5 years for the mental health support. That part is part of the international student support. We understand the students sometimes suffer the loneliness. Even you stand in the crowd like today, you still feel alone. You're probably not connected. That's why the mental health support, Helen mentioned again, emotionally, it's very, very important. That's how are we going to help the students. That's why Patty straight away said, look, the students come to study in my institution, make sure their academic level is there, and also they are really, really well looked after by all the support service. We are, as part of the support service, we make sure the students are in good hands as well. Another thing we have to mention, I think about the cost of living is very, everybody understands the cost of living now, right? So we have a student's reward. It's in the app. They got a discounted voucher, especially for the workers. They can get a discount. And also GB Hi-Fi, if they need electronic stuff. I personally do not like Krispy Kreme too much, but it's in there. And the bubble tea as well. That's a little bit of luxury. And I think probably end of my speech, that is, I want to say congratulations again. And I really, really appreciate for you invite me here and represent the Medibank and the AHM. And we can see her intention here is to make sure everybody can succeed, and also you are truly look after during your time in Australia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brian. We really do appreciate you being here. I personally, I'm with Bupa, but I'm not very happy with them. Yeah, they don't give me any Krispy Kreme or anything like that. They just take money out of my account every fortnight. Even though I'm very healthy, yeah, touch wood, but we will have a conversation shortly. The next speaker that we're going to have is President of CASA. Many of you are very familiar with him, Mr. John Kamau. I'll just give you a bit of a bio about him before he comes in. John is the founder of WellPoint Australia Proprietary Limited, which operates WellPoint Education Agency and Wema Care Services. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Maseno University in Kenya, a Diploma in Information Systems from IMIS in UK, and a Graduate Diploma in Migration Law from Victoria University in Australia. He has a Certificate 4 in Leadership and Management as well from Stanton Institute of Government in South Australia, with a proven track record of processing visas for over 1,000 students globally. John is a leading voice in international education and migration. He also serves, as I said, as the president of the Kenyan Association of South Australia, championing strong community leadership and cross-cultural engagement. Please make him very welcome. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Stephen. Your Excellency, Ambassador Kogo, Honorable Jing Lee, Member of Legislative Council, Patroba Kemboy, our chief guest here, and the owner of National Disability Institute of Australia. All protocols observed and all guests, good evening. As has been rightly said, I'm here on behalf of WellPoint and on behalf of CASA and Patroba Party. I just want to congratulate you on this achievement. In my time as the president of CASA, I believe this is one of the greatest events that I have graced. To come here and participate in the launch of a school, not just a school, not just an RTO, but a CRICOS registered institute. That is a huge milestone. Let's give it up for partner. This is my field. We have a symbiotic relationship with schools. So when it comes to school, I speak there. And I'm grateful to be here tonight. I'm so happy to see this happen in our community here in South Australia. And I'm glad that it has happened during my presidency, especially on the home stretch. Because at the end of this year, we'll be having a new leadership. I'm not vying because my business has suffered a lot because I gave too much to the community. I want to concentrate on the business and bring students here. Now, Patty told me to, after this event, she told me to discuss how we bring students to this school. And, after this event, tomorrow she will now start needing students. You know, here we can have all the vibes and everything, but tomorrow she has rent to pay, she has teachers to pay, so she needs students. So I'm here to talk about how do we get students here. And I know most of you here have relatives because you have contacted me. You had Edna. I know, in fact, how I came to know Pati, I didn't even know who she was. She rang me asking about her relatives in Kenya, how I can help her bring them here. So that's how I started knowing about Pati. I didn't even know her face, how it looked like. But I had her saved on my phone as Patroba Kemboy. And until now, when she started Pati Healthcare, that's when now I know, oh, this is the Pati that I have been dealing with. And she's such a trailblazer, starting NDIS, a registered provider company, and now she has a school. That's a huge milestone. Now, I'm here to talk about how we bring students here. And I know we have many agents. Mama O, huge respect for you. When I'm talking here, I feel bad when I'm talking below Mama O here because she's she is huge. And at Well Point also, we are coming up, we are catching up. And we don't compete, we complement each other. Because you can ask Mama O, you can ask Boni, Boni just wave, that's another agent there, Boni. And there's so many other agents here. Maybe with this care, or you can never hear I competed with them. I went to do damage control somewhere. No, we complement one another. Now, here I will talk on behalf of them because the things I deal with are the same things they deal with. So the student visa process of how we bring those relatives that we have in Kenya, how do we bring them here? Now, I'm going to talk about the requirements. So how does a student start from point A to point B from Kenya to here? We have the confirmation of enrollment, which is what Pati provides. The school, we require the student to meet certain requirements, and then they will issue an offer letter. And then from the offer letter, the students will have a conditional, perhaps if they have not provided all the requirements at the time of application. And then once they get the offer letter, they will meet the conditions. Perhaps they need to show evidence of English. They will need to show financial capacity. They will need to show that they have passed in their academic qualifications and they are of the right age, because for diploma, Pati can tell you she is expecting a certain age. So those kind of students. So once you have that, you get the offer letter, you pay the fees, and after you pay the fees, you get the confirmation of enrollment. That is the first stage. Now, once you get accepted by the school, you have just go back to the other slide. Yeah, once you get accepted by the school, now you have to deal with the mammoth here, which is now applying for the visa. Now, visa requires you to be the Department of Home Affairs requires a student to be a genuine student. And being a genuine student, there are some requirements, which I will not go through all of them, but I'll just talk about a few in the interest of time. So the requirement is like the genuine student, you must demonstrate to the department that you are a genuine student. You must show evidence that you have financial capacity, and you must show that you have English language proficiency for the required study level, and then you must show what director here from Medibank has talked about, overseas student health cover. It must be there at the time of application. After you apply for the visa, then you will need to do a health assessment, which Edna was saying, Honorable Kogo, that we need assessment done in Eldoret because we have a lot of students. In fact, 98% of my students are from Eldoret. So having that assessment done in Eldoret for the medical assessments, it will be very helpful. And also biometric collection. After you apply for the visa, you have to do the biometrics within 14 days. We have had students who get to apply for the visa and then they don't do biometrics within the 14 days. What that happens is, and the agents who are here can confirm, you get what we call an invalid application. Because when you apply for a visa, you must show that you are making a valid visa application. And a valid visa application must have the requirements met, which is also health and character and biometric collection. Now, if you do that, then you wait for the visa. Now, I want to talk about the two things that are most important. Financial capacity. Now, financial capacity is one of the critical part of the visa application. When we are talking about financial capacity here, you must demonstrate. Just go to the next slide in the interest of time. Now, there is what governs financial capacity. Is called legislative instrument, and this one that was updated. Actually, it was updated in May 10, 2024, 19/198. If you put it in your Google, you will find it there. But if you click on that link as well, it can bring you there. So that is the requirement. I will just talk about the total, so you can see. Party School, one thing she has done is made it affordable. It's quite affordable. Now, you know, those of you who have gone through the university system can tell 8,000 is just a drop in the ocean when we are talking about fees. So she's only charging 8,000 for the first 12 months, or 8,000 a year. Now, with that, you only need a bank statement of 40,000. Now, that is one way to demonstrate financial capacity, by showing a bank statement. The first two there, they are set by the government. The first one and the last one, those are set by the government. You must show that you have living costs as 29,710, and you have travel. That is your ticket back home. So they want you to show that you can return back home. Now, the other thing, if you have dependents, that is the other amount. So if you have a partner, you have 10,000. If you have a dependent child, you add that and that. Now go to the next slide. Now, if you don't have a bank statement, but your parents have annual income that is good, those of you who are here, if you are a parent to someone who is in Kenya, and your tax assessment, the one we do at the end of June, the tax assessment, if you earn 87,856 as a parent, that is alternative to bank statement. Okay? So you don't have to provide bank statement if you can show that you earn 87,856. Now, if you have a secondary applicant, that's a spouse, you need 102,500. So we have so many people that have parents overseas, maybe in America or wherever, and they earn that much, but they struggle with bank statement. You don't have to struggle. All you need to show the tax returns that we do at the end of the financial year. And that one will be enough for the bank statement. Now, one thing Patty mentioned is that the school is in priority level 1. I will explain what that means. There's what we call streamlined visa process. The streamlined ones are those that go through a process that is in assessment level 1. In terms of schools, Australia categorizes the schools in assessment levels. So there's assessment level 1, level 2, and level 3. All these levels, they are with regards to the risk. Like most African countries, or I think the whole of Africa is in level 3. So, but universities as well, they do have those assessment levels. And they will have a university that is in level 1, level 2, level 3. If you go to a level 1, the documentary evidence is very little. Can you go to slide number 2? Can you click on genuine student? Do you have internet there? Yeah. Click on the second one. I want to show you something. And exit. Just go to the internet. Just exit. It will open an internet page. Okay. Even you know I'm a technology guy. I could go there and do it, but you just need to click on that and then exit, and then put the that one. I want to show you something. Now, Party School has not been put there yet because it's quite new. But most schools are here. Those that are established will be here. Now, can you scroll down? I want to use an example of a school that is in the same category as Party School. Can you put there Kenya, first one? Put Kenya. Select country. I wanted to show you something. The amount of documents that you need for this school. Just exit this one, just exit. Yes, select Kenya. Press escape on the keyboard if it comes up. Select country. Yeah, if someone can give him a hand. This is very important because if you apply right now when she's there, you'll get away with a lot of things. Select Kenya for me. Don't ask a question, just select Kenya. Over here, there is country. Right here. Just click here. Okay. I think the PowerPoint is still running in the background. If you can close the PowerPoint, just close the PowerPoint. Okay. But if it opens there, what you would see if you put, for example, Kenya there and then Adelaide University next, because it's the same level as Adelaide University, which is an assessment level 1, you would see the required document. Let me just check on my phone and I'll tell you. Yes, thank you. So if you put Adelaide University, what I wanted to show you up there, which is not showing, it is the same.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Just type Adelaide University after Kenya there. And then Adelaide University. Just type Adelaide, and then Flinders is not, just go to Adelaide. Is there now? Okay. Yeah, just show. Okay, at the bottom, click display. Okay, scroll. Now you see that? Just go back to Adelaide University. Because that is not what I wanted to see. Just go to Adelaide University.
University of Adelaide. Yeah, University of Adelaide.
Adelaide. Just scroll. Type Adelaide and scroll. Scroll down. Keep scrolling. It was there. Yeah, it's the University of Adelaide. Now show that. Scroll down. Now look at that. You only need to show health insurance, genuine student requirement, and other things there that don't, many people don't need that. You see, there is no financial capacity, there is no English. You see, that is the same level she was talking about. So that is to explain what that means. So scroll down, keep scrolling. So only that what is there is what you need. You do not need all other things, okay? And that's why you get a high chance of getting a visa if you apply now, okay? So I don't want to take a lot of time because the other speakers, but this is why we need to support Party. Congratulations once again. And WellPoint is a proud partner of National Diversity Institute of Australia. We already signed our agreement. We are on the website. God bless you. Contact me after this if you need to come to National Diversity Institute of Australia. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, John. A round of applause to him. Thank you for sharing some knowledge with us. And we wish you well with WellPoint and all the other business ventures that you have as well. Our next speaker is Jones Kirui. Jones Kirui, yeah, there's a lot of fans here, I believe. Jones Kirui is the CEO and founder of CareVote, a leading care management platform for the social, community, home, and disability services sector, and the founder and director of Emerge, a cloud-based student management system for Australia's vet providers. with an IT career sparked in 1997 and enriched through consulting across banking, telecommunications, and government. Jones has built innovative, compliant, and user-driven software solutions that streamline operations for both education and care providers, empowering organizations to focus on delivering quality services. Please make him feel very welcome, Mr. Jones.
DJ, do you have any music? Can you play something, please? No? Maybe? While you're doing that, Honorable Dr. Wilson Kogo, Honorable Ching Lee, member of the Legislative Council, the lady of the moment, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I don't know why I deserve this moment, because I'm pretty sure each one of you has something to say about party. Right? I'm the least person who should be standing here saying anything about party. But nonetheless, I want to say that I'm representing Victoria today, unless someone else is from Victoria. So national diversity is going to be opening up in Victoria very soon. Yeah, and we'll be very proud. We'll have another moment like this party, right? All right. Okay, so look, I thought I would probably maybe not even write a speech, but I think I might overrun my time. So I've crafted something out here, because ladies and gentlemen, what kind of mindset does things like this? Yeah, so someone who has a young family, I'm ashamed to think that, you know what, I mean, I'm not able to do what party is able to do. Right, I was a runner, but I didn't achieve. I'm not able to. My running has not translated to what party has done. Right. So look, two things converge in party's world: vision and execution. Right. Or, in other words, we can just say desire and faith. I first met party on the 13th day of November 2013. That's a very important day. And since then, I've been caught up in not one, but two of party's whirlwind projects. Project number one, Party and Health, moving to Care Vault. We gave her a demo at 11 a.m., right? And halfway through the demo, Party said, stop. Why are we practicing? Let's onboard right now. So next thing you know, we spend the entire day onboarding, while party, mind you, is the one absorbing everything that was going on in the demo, and then training people while she was in the training herself. Right? So we went through that moment, and look, that is when I came to know Party, and I was like, oh my goodness, Party, you're something else. So she forced us into this project, and we did that. Second, so project number two, National Diversity Institute, right? So this is where I met Jason. And this is where I came to know, so both of them, Party and Jason, were on the phone. So the idea had been born, and the aspect of risk came to be now. Jason and I had that conversation. And if you need something to take off, you need Jason on your side for sure. Right, so now, a fun fact about Party's way of doing things. Look, I don't know about you, but she's a referral like no other. Right, I had, sorry? Yeah, so she's a referral like no other, the Party, yeah? So she does not just connect you with someone. So Party, make sure that the other person is on the line. Right? And she makes sure that that handshake on the phone is very firm, and that she can even almost make the meeting arrangement for you to be able to talk to the person. Right? So I'm not kidding. Party has even trained our customers. She refers to the customers that she refers to us. At this point, we realize that maybe she's just a perfect employee, but you know we cannot afford her. No. Right? So we used to think that Patty did all this because she's just a really nice person, but I've come to realize that it's actually because she's fearlessly protecting something that is very important, our reputation. So when you have to refer someone to something, you have to make sure that that thing succeeds. So Patty doesn't stop there. She actually makes sure that she mentors the person so that the thing succeeds, right? That is very important. So look, I'm not going to mention any names, but I'm pretty sure most of you know. If you've been referred by Patty, you know yourself. Yeah. So finally, there's a very important person who was supposed to be here from Victoria today, Kush. She is Patty's consultant. She's the one who helped with the consultation from the beginning. And she was supposed to fly in with me, but due to some other circumstances, she's not. But she has said a massive congratulations to the entire National Diversity team. And Patty, look, we really thank you for everything that you've done. We thank you for the opportunity to serve you both at CareVault. And if you guys didn't know, so we have a software called eMerge that Patty is using. So if your relative is going to be applying to National Diversity Institute, you're going to be going through a system called eMerge. It takes all your information and everything else that you guys have seen on the various presentations in terms of the documents that are required. Right, so Patty, thank you so much for your energy, your passion, and for making sure none of us ever get away with just a demo. Right, and I have to say lastly, surely, I mean, South Australia, you're doing very well. I think the grass is just greener here. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, John Kidui. The grass is definitely greener here. You can see many people who've gone to Melbourne. We like to call them economic refugees. They're chasing greener pastures, but like a boomerang, they keep coming back. So we're happy for that. Our next speaker is Lady Emily Korir, OAM. She's a globally recognized leader, an entrepreneur, an author, and advocate. A survivor of a life-altering stroke, she defied all odds to become a trailblazer in disability advocacy, women's empowerment, and inclusive leadership. She's the co-founder and CEO of the BT Group Global and the BT Foundation, Public Relations Officer of CASA, a global ambassador for the UN Be Bold for Change campaign, a distinguished alumni of Flinders University, and her achievements including Most Outstanding CEO in Australia and globally, Most Influential CEO, the Telstra Best of Business Award, and she's been inducted into the Australian Women's Honour Roll. And in 2025, this year, she became the first Kenyan to be bestowed the Medal of the Order of Australia by King Charles. Lady Emily Korir OAM inspires us all with her courage, vision, and unwavering commitment in transforming lives. Please make her feel very welcome.
I am really honored by that introduction. I'm still getting used to the OAM. Wow. Honorable Kogo, our very able ambassador, thank you for coming. We're truly grateful. Honorable Ching Lee, MLC, my friend, our friend, a friend of the Kenyan community, we love you. And we are coming for your launch as well. Because you support every effort that we do, so thank you. And our very able president of CASA, John Kamau, and our daughter. Today is the day. Oh my God. I love environments like this, when we come together to celebrate each other, to celebrate success, truly to celebrate. We are really, really grateful. On behalf of my family, my husband, Bernard Tanui Arap Korir, who is here with me tonight. Can you say hello? our children. Brittany says congratulations all the way from Miami, and Bradley. And of course, Legato Queens International. We are so proud. And congratulations, Patty, and of course to your amazing husband, Jason. When we gave you her, we told you in our home that we're going to come back for more because you had paid less. So we are coming back. We are truly coming back because you can see for yourself, you can feel for yourself. And we as a community are very proud of her, but we know she couldn't have done anything without you. So we are grateful. Thank you. Thank you for loving her, because for loving her, you love us. And you love everything she does. So thank you. Patty left Kenya. Let me finish my sister's story. She didn't finish the Philippines story. So I'll finish it for you. So Patty left Kenya as a professional athlete from Eldoret. Eldoret is where the champions you see in the Olympics winning are from Eldoret. So she's from there. So you know the Filipinos were really excited to have an athlete from Kenya for this marathon. It was 42 ultra marathon. Jones, you are an athlete. So a professional athlete from Eldoret would run 42 in how long?
So in about 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Let's say 2 hours and 9 minutes. Well, Patty surprised them all. She ran it in 6 hours. So when she got back, the tent was gone, the finish line was gone. Everybody was gone. So they were wondering, what a professional athlete is. So, but you know what? Patty never gives up. Because they were gone, she never quit. So for those who know her story, apart from during the 6 hours, she was denied visa 9 times. 9 times. You and I would give up at 5 and say, you know what? That's it. 9 times. But today, we celebrate her courage. We celebrate her persistence. And did it. Finally. And you had to do it so big, so well. We are grateful that you remembered those in the village. I am raised in the slums of Nakuru. So I would have been, I don't think I could have afforded to do the surgery. I'm a student of scholarships, but I know from educating my nieces, my nephews, my brothers, that this is important. This is important so everyone feels included. Today, Patty and Jason, you launch and open the doors for your own college in Australia. I am sure it feels like a dream for you. It's going to be a dream for many. The National Diversity Institute, who would have known? There's a Kalenjin song that we must sing tonight. Who would have known? Who would have known that tonight, this girl from Eldoret will be opening a school in Australia? Only God would have known. And the time she started this school, when she started applying, it was a time, and it is still, a very complex time for education registration in Australia. So many colleges are being closed down because of fraud, because of what they were doing. So it was very complex, a lot of compliances that she needed to pass through. A lot came back asking her for more, but she never gave up. She never gave up because she knew what she wanted. Her story reminds us that every obstacle we face is a chance just to rise stronger. If Patty can overcome 6-hour races, 9 visa denials, and bureaucratic challenges during this application, imagine what we can do in our own lives when we refuse to give up. So, for Patty, everything that everyone is given, the expectation is that for Patty that's just music. Patty shatters them. She took risks. It costs a lot of money to register a school in this country. She dreamt big, and tonight we are here to witness her triumph, to celebrate courage and her heart. So ladies and gentlemen, let Patty's journey inspire each of us to dare to dream big, face every challenge with courage, and never ever give up. Today is just the beginning of very many incredible moments for you, for your family, Jason and Patty, and for our community. It's such a milestone, and for generations to follow, and for many students from around the globe who will come here. May God continue to turn his face towards your vision for this college. Congratulations.
Thank you for your kind words. A big appreciation to Lady Emily Korir, OAM. Our next speaker is the Honourable Jing Lee. She's a proud Australian, a passionate South Australian leader, a strong business and industry advocate, and a trailblazer in multicultural representation. With over 15 years in Parliament, including in senior leadership roles and extensive community service, she has consistently championed small and family businesses, social and cultural policies, and economic development, driven by a deep belief in the power of community and enterprise to shape a better future. Please, ladies and gentlemen, make her feel very welcome, the Honourable Jing Lee.
Well, good evening, everybody. I feel so inspired. I think tonight, when you drive out from the car park, there will be no stars in the sky, because all the stars are here in this room. And the brightest shining star, of course, tonight, we're here to celebrate. We're here to acknowledge, we're here to recognize the marathon that you have run. Patty, I'm not sure whether you're born in October, because the way I remember October, like October, but let's not worry about that. But just we love you as Patty. I don't know Patty as well as many of you in this room, but I've got to learn about you today. Your Excellency, you come at the right time. This is the 13th time you have visited Adelaide. And almost every single time you're here, we get to meet on this type of occasion. So welcome back once again, Your Excellency. To all the previous guest speakers, to my dear sister Emily, to Brian, to John, Bernard, and everybody else here. I don't have a lot to say because so many of you already mentioned so much. All your inspiring words, uplifting. I have a Kenyan name. Yes. Shiro. And the way I remember Shiro was like, she rises and she glows. She rises and she glows. And does that describe somebody here? the founder of the National Diversity Institute of Australia. How good does that sound? It's marvelous. It's magnificent to see a migrant establish yourself. I'm a first-generation migrant myself. I was elected in 2010 as the first Malaysian migrant to have actually been elected as an Asian woman in Parliament House in the state. I say it in a most humble way because I've learned only a few days ago when I attended the Australian Refugee Association event where they brought along all the disadvantaged schools of 10 different schools in the northern suburbs to connect with business leaders and community leaders when you have a circle of students and the students facing, it's like a speed dating type of environment where you have a circle of students and then a bigger circle of community leaders facing the students. And you get to find out about them. And that program, and the theme of the program reminds me of the theme of tonight. Education. But not only that, the theme is called, first, belonging. Find your belonging. Only when you belong to a community, belong to a school, belong to an environment where it encourages you to grow, you can't make the next step. The second point of that theme was becoming. Belonging first and becoming through education. Many of you, when I speak at the citizenship ceremony, is that I am important. My hardware is important, but my software, my education, my life experience, my skills, my development is from Australia. So I'm imported hardware, but my software, my heart is Australian. So belonging and then becoming who you are, find your place in the world. And Patty creating this institution allow those who have the belonging, the wraparound services, becoming who they can be, reaching the potential. And the next line was, so belonging, becoming, and being who you are. Only when you're able to get your education, find the catalyst for change, making impact, and then you being. Now, being is like you, my dear. Being who you are, shine the spotlight on others so that others can become who they reach their potential. So I join all of you tonight. I'm a bit pumped, I'm a bit loud, and that is okay because my vision is to create a better, more interconnected community with a strong economy because every one of us, when you're able to find a job, have good education, you give back. You give back so much more, 10 times more. So congratulations once again. It's a great honor to be here. You know how I got here? I don't know Patty that well. But she found me. And she chased me down. And to talk about, a runner, I think she is not just a runner. She is a torchbearer. A torchbearer that carried the fire in her belly, light up the fire with passion. So congratulations, wishing you all the best and all the success. Thank you so much to every single one of the other speakers because I'm so inspired by all of you. And I know that you are the building blocks for Patty and for the Institute to become the best of the best. Thank you so much for this opportunity to say a few words.
Thank you, Honorable Jing Lee, aka Shiro. Thank you so much for your kind words. Our final speaker is our High Commissioner for of the Republic of Kenya here in Australia, His Excellency Dr. Wilson Kipngetich Kogo. I'd like to just say a few words about his, I guess a bit of a bio for those of you that may not know him well. So the ambassador is the Kenyan High Commissioner of the Commonwealth of Australia. He's also a dynamic and visionary leader with a proven track record in the field of education, diplomacy, academia, and national government for a period spanning over 25 years. We're very blessed to have him here in Adelaide. You've heard this is his 13th time, I believe, so obviously he likes coming back. So please make him feel very welcome.
Thank you very much. High Commissioner to Australia and the Pacific region. I have another 11 countries to take care of. New Zealand, Fiji, you can go on and on. I can give you more details about that, but thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. My friend, Honorable Jen Lee, with the husband, really, all the time we've been here, we've always seen you there, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much for being part of us. My brother, CASA President, John, the wonderful Kenyans who are here. I wish I could mention the name of everybody else. I can see great Kenyans who are here, who have made a difference for the better. They have written the Kenyan story. They have taken charge of the Kenyan narrative. And I just want to appreciate, I can see great people here. I wish I can mention everybody else. But I just want to say, with all the humility, we appreciate you. But more importantly today, our sister here, I don't know, and the husband, I wish you knew how happy we are as a mission. As the Kenyan ambassador, with this kind of event here, how I wish every Kenyan could understand why we have every reason to thank this wonderful lady. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the mission, on behalf of our great country, we are here to say, yes, what we are seeing today is a milestone of what we would have wished to see every other time in this wonderful country and even beyond. Kenyans are known for their resilience. And when I look at Betty here, this wonderful lady here, I would say yes. She has become the role model and has shown exactly what Kenyans are made of in terms of resilience. When Madam Tanui here talks about she spent 6 hours to finish the marathon, it tells you about the resilience of Kenyans. Kenyans are wonderful people, and when they mean to go for something, they will go for it at all costs. And this lady has stood there to say, yes, Kenya is a country that can stand and fight for what it is that they would wish and desire to see in their lives. You've really challenged all of us. I want to take this opportunity to say congratulations, Patty. Congratulations with the husband there. And I just want to say, Kenyans, you've continued to show the world and everybody else that really Kenya has something to offer on the table. We are there as a country, and we are saying, through programs of this kind, Kenya is not just a country that is just there. It has great people, people who can stand to be counted, people who can go for whatever achievements that they would wish to have, and really go to an extent of even giving enough reason as to why there should be diplomatic relations with countries such as this great country called Australia. Madam Patty, let me put it this way. When you use that name, the national, the what? Diversity. I mean, when you look at diversity there, I don't know, I think God just probably came to you. Because you see, Kenya is a country of diversity. When you look at it really, it portrays exactly what Kenya is. In terms of its people, there is a lot of diversity. In terms of the animals that we have, there is a lot of diversity. In terms of the topography of the country, there's a lot of diversity, from the seas to the oceans, to the eagles, to the plateaus, and everything else. So when I look at that, it is really Kenyan in itself. And I just want to appreciate and say, you actually have the right name that will resonate with our country called Kenya. I just want to say congratulations. Number two, the Kenyans outside there are trying to position themselves so that whatever they do resonates with the world. We are saying as a country that we want to think beyond our borders. And because we have something to offer, we need to make everything else that will resonate globally with the world, make it in such a way that at the end of it all, we can we can be a solution to the problems that we have in the world, and especially in the area of labor. If that is the case, therefore, then our education has to be right. And that is why, as a mission and as an embassy, if there is one role that I'm really being asked to do, is to make sure that we position our country in such a way that at the end of it all, we can be part of the global family, we can be part of those providing solutions to problems of even other nationalities. And one way of doing it is exactly what this wonderful lady has done. What we are trying to do is to simply say, we have a young population in Kenya, 19 years. That is the average age of our Kenyan population. In other words, 75%, for your information, are below 35 years. If that is the case, therefore, then what is it that we can do to our young people to a point whereby we can position them so that they are strategic in everything else that they do and be really a solution not only to the problems of our country in terms of labor, but we can also be a solution to issues of even the world. And so as I'm talking here, I just want to say that training has to be right. And that is why we now have here this wonderful institution of diversity. I want to talk to the Kenyans who are there and say, here we are. There is now an institution here that is cheap. If you would wish to desire to have the credentials of Australia, this is the institution. We can have our students coming here, and definitely we can strengthen the diplomatic relations that we have with this country through even matters labor. Ladies and gentlemen, on the 19th of March, for the first time since independence, we had never had any engagements with the wonderful government of Australia. But on the 19th of March, we sat in Canberra, and we sat down and discussed every other area that we can have a win-win in all the sectors. In the area of education, we simply said, can we have our students access not only the Kenyan curriculum, but also access the Australian curriculum? How happy am I today that we are having this institution coming in with the Australian curriculum, so that at the end of the day we can see Kenyan young people coming out very strongly to resonate with whatever they are being trained on matters education. So to me, as the High Commissioner, Australia, you are helping me, party, to answer to some of the challenges that are being given. That we need to make our training right. And I think this is one way of doing it. And I'm so happy that you are helping me to really create a mechanism of answering to that, so that we are able to resonate with what Australia would expect from our country. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, investment is key. And we are saying that we need to look for investors. If that is the case, then who are investors? We have been meant to believe that investors are other people other than Kenyans. But in the real sense, we are saying investors could be other nationalities, but it could also be Kenyans. How happy am I this evening that today we have a Kenyan saying, I can also invest. I am also an investor. I can also do it as an investor and add value to the lives of people. Add value to the Kenyans who are back home. Ladies and gentlemen, can you help me to really appreciate this wonderful lady with a wonderful happy clap? Thirdly, I was with His Excellency the President in February. I was also with him the other day. And this is what came out. He simply said, but Ambassador, we know the great things that Kenyan Australians are doing here in Australia. what the diaspora are doing, we are proud of that. But he went on to say, can you please appreciate them for the achievements they have made, but ask them to do one more thing. And he simply said, can you ask them now to come up with mechanisms that will transform them from being employees to employers? That is the message from the president. And that is the assignment he gave me and said, can you go cheer them up? Can you go inspire them? So that at the end of the day, they can now move from being employees to be the employers. Ladies and gentlemen, this wonderful lady here will be employing another 10 people, another 20 people. As this institution grows all the way to Victoria, all the way to New South Wales, you can imagine what this lady is going to do. She will not only employ herself, but will employ another chain of people that will really help in changing their lives. This is the assignment the president gave me and said, can you make sure? I want to believe, ladies and gentlemen, that this wonderful lady is challenging all of us, that it is possible to move from where you are. If you have not moved in this direction, then she's simply saying it is possible to do it in this wonderful country. I want to congratulate you, my sister, and say you've already given me something to tell my president and say there is one here by the name Patty, and she has done it, and she has moved from being an employee to an employer. Number 4, ladies and gentlemen, there is that country called Kenya. This country, people have come all the way from independence. Jomo Kenyatta made their contributions when they got the opportunity to serve that country. Moi and other people, I may not be able to mention the name of everybody. People like the environmentalists, they came up and they did their part. We can mention great Kenyans who have made that country what it is up to where it is today. The challenge that you and me have is, during our time, how are we contributing to the enhancement of what it is that we can be proud of in that country? Ladies and gentlemen, when I look at what is happening today, Patty is simply saying she is giving, even if it is one student or 2 students, access to education. An education that is going to give that child, that young person, the opportunity to be a global citizen. She is making a contribution. What is our contribution at this point in time? I am here as the High Commissioner, as the ambassador, Kenyan ambassador to Australia. You are there too as the Kenyan in this region. You are the Kenyan in this country. How are we contributing to the betterment of that country, that one day, when our children, 100 years to come, when we will not even be there, are able to stand up and say, we have a country where we came from. And they would be proud of it. The challenge that we have today is, can we, as we think of adding value to our own lives, how best can we add value to that country called Kenya? Ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot that is happening behind the scenes. Next week, or rather 2 weeks to come, we will be in Perth for the mining conference. I am happy that today in Nairobi, Australia is an agenda on the table. At one point, it was not. Because what people used to know about Australia is a very far place and nothing else. But today, as I'm talking to you, it is an agenda in Nairobi. As the High Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to Perth so that you can witness what I'm trying to say here. That we are going to have a very big contingent from Nairobi coming to that mining conference. And we are saying there is a lot we can do together. Australia has the capacity, has the skill and the expertise in the area of mining. We have a young mining sector in Kenya. Can we work together on that so that at the end of the day, Australia can help us to exploit as we try to improve our economy through mining? But that is not all. We are also going to have another 7 sectors who will be there. Sports is critical for us. Can we connect it with Australia? Labor is very critical for us because we have the labor. Australia probably could be having a shortage of labor. How can we connect that? Tourism is big for us. Can we also connect so that Australians can also enjoy the products that we have in the area of tourism? And so on and so forth. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know that there is a lot happening behind the scenes. And Madam Patty, Just take note. The other day I signed an MOU in one of the states, I don't want to mention which one. And I'm already being told, can you supply people in aged care and in disability? My sister, you'll make my work very easy. Train very fast, and I get you the jobs for those children. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, as your High Commissioner, I made a promise. I'm just 1 year and 2 months old. But this is my 13th time. Even 2 weeks ago, I was here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know, as your High Commissioner, I will do everything possible. I'll do my very best to make sure that if you wish to progress and you have a desire and support that you require from the mission, I will stand with you. Madam Betty, I will stand with you. And every other person here who would wish to make sure that in your desire to make a difference for the better, you need support. Just get to know that the mission is there and your government back home is there. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, we have every reason to appreciate the wonderful government of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget where we have come from. Some of you are here for the last 20 years, for the last 30 years, for the last 5 years, for the last 10 years. And opportunities like this have always come your way. I see great people here. If it is Mama Ho, for example, she has thrived because of this country as well. If it is Emily here and the Taluis, the Bets, they have thrived because of the opportunities given. If it is the Mburus and everybody else, I wish I can mention all the names. Ladies and gentlemen, we have thrived because this country has given us opportunities. We are celebrating 60 years of our diplomatic relations with this country. And we are saying this. How I wish you can just take an opportunity one of these days before the end of this year, where you can come and congregate in this manner and simply say, Australia, we are grateful. You've supported us for all these 60 years. You've given our children the opportunity to study. You've given our children the opportunity to work. You've given us opportunities of this kind, that we are able to open business of this kind. Ladies and gentlemen, already Queensland has taken it up. They will be celebrating theirs on 8th of November. Already Victoria will be celebrating on the 19th, is it 19th or 20th of November. We have also New South Wales, they are celebrating on October 20th. How I wish also South Australia is not left behind. Ladies and gentlemen, even if nobody else will come around, we were thinking that our president would come. Even if they don't get an opportunity to come, we have every reason to celebrate in this country and to tell the government here that we are grateful. You have given us an opportunity. We thank you very much. We call Jet Ling here. We call everybody else, even the Premier and everybody else. Let them come and we celebrate and say, we appreciate where we have come from. And even as we think about tomorrow, there are better things that we can do together with the wonderful government of Australia. How I pray, ladies and gentlemen, that you can actually take time, just take a day, have an opportunity of this kind and celebrate. Western Australia, Dennis is doing something, Coach, I think Alfred, there's something we are discussing with your leadership. So that at the end of the day, let's not forget to appreciate and say, we have come from far and we have bigger things that are coming ahead. Otherwise, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, count on me. Where you need support, I will stand with you. We are now moving in terms of consular services to even the villages, that is the regionals. Plan for even the regionals. We want to come and reach out to the Kenyans wherever they are. Otherwise, I believe, and I'm very optimistic, that the diplomatic relations we have with this wonderful country is we are going far. I had an official visit to WA the other day. We discussed so many things with the government of WA. I'm going on 10th and 11th to Queensland to discuss also on how best to collaborate and strengthen this relationship. On 6th and 7th, Banajones, I'll be in Victoria, and I'm waiting for an appointment for South Australia and New South Wales. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I could have all the time, but I just want to say I'm proud of the fact that Kenyans have come in to take charge of their narrative. If it is coffee, it will only be here through you. If it is education of this kind, it will only be done better through you. If it is every other aspect of what it is, it can only be done better when the Kenyans themselves are involved. And as you do that, thank the government of Australia for the opportunity. Once again, my dear sister, congratulations. Thank you. Made a request in response to, I think, the second speaker, in response to biometrics and so on. We've made a request that probably the Australian embassy in Kenya, we've made a request that probably number one, can they have a consulate in Eldoret? That is coming. And I know with the consulate, it comes with everything else. Whether it is issues of consular passports and all these biometrics and so on. So we've already made that request and it is being considered. We are just hoping that all will be well. But from the grapevine, it looks like it is positive. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I believe we've been given some protocol aspects to cut the cake first. So we're going to get the distinguished guests, I believe, to prepare, if you don't mind sorting out whoever is helping with the cake cutting. I believe we have Edna and Jenan. If you could please make your way here so we can cut the cake. And then after that, like I said, we'll be getting some food.
I'll read from 2 verses, the book of Joshua 1. 2, when God was speaking to Joshua, when the children of Israelites left Egypt. And verse 2 it says, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now then, you and all these people get ready to cross the Jordan into the land I am about to give to you. That's to the Israelites. And this is what God told them. I will give you every place where you set your foot, as I promised Moses. And in Deuteronomy 1:8, God says, see, I have given you this land. Go in and take possession of the land the Lord swore he would give to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to their descendants after them. God's word says, Patty, he has given you the land. And I believe that is exactly what Patty has done. She came and she has stepped foot in Australia, Adelaide. And she has taken what? Possession. This is possession right here that we see. And not only have you done it, Patty, you're also doing it for the rest of those people out there, for the rest of the other children who are out there, who also have that dream to come and take the possession. And what you have done is you have parted the River Jordan for them. That is what you've done. I think we need to shout amen to that. Thank you, Patty. I will invite Mrs. Kiriger to say something.
I think I've already spoken, and we'll just go straight to the cake. But before we do that, we'd like just to blend our culture with the cake cutting and also honoring God. So DJ, that song, please. And then I think we've been singing for too long. Let's just stand up and sing that one song, and then Patty and Jason can come and cut the cake. So you can sit down now. Thank you.
Great.
1, 2, 3, go.
That's it. Thank you.
Never touch your face.
Thank you. Great.
Patty, Patty, Patty!
Thank you so much, Patty, and the guest invited. So the cake will come out later. We'll just take it out there.
Everyone, Colombia dancers.
Si prendiendo la vela, vamos a amanecer. Ay, goza los niños sierra, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Ay, negra, tú tienes gusto para parrandear. Todo hace que los difuntos quieran ya bailar. Que la parranda está en la calle. Quiero amanecer. Goza, goza, niños sierra. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Que la parranda está en la calle. Quiero amanecer. Goza, goza, niños sierra.
culture with us. I believe Lucy is also a trainer at NDI, so when she's not training students, she's entertaining masses out there. So thank you so much for that wonderful dance. And thank you everyone for participating. I am a bit disappointed at some of our African clapping skills, but I take that you're all hungry, so I forgive you this time. But like I said, we've been sitting for quite a while. Please take this opportunity to get some refreshments, get some food, grab some drinks, and get to network with people around you. Thank you so much.
Hey, go!
Consistency is everything, and it doesn't come easy. You have to be very, very consistent. That's the key. There are lots of people living without.
If you want to take some photos, go out there and get your 260 photos, courtesy of Sanjay and the team. Do your photos, let's record these wonderful moments. Thank you very much.
Once I'll go, then you can take my job. When I come, I think he's coming with Oh, yeah. Oh, Sally, why did you oh my God. What is I washaingia. I thought itakuwa like 20 or something. Haitakuwa like 20. Sasa ngoja. Tunakuja. Sanjay.
and gentlemen, if I could please have your attention. If I could please have your attention, everyone. Unfortunately, we're starting to wind down the evening. The venue was booked up until 10 o'clock, so we're kindly asking everyone, when you do find the time, please, let's socialize on our way out. We're about to close the room very soon. Thank you so much for your time and your attention.
Please have your photos at 360 booth. It is exactly outside of the hall.
Thank you, everyone. Please make sure you grab some food up there and also utilize the 360 photo booth outside of the way out. Thank you so much for coming today. On behalf of Patty and the National Diversity Institute of Australia, we really appreciate your presence here today. Thank you.